What's happening, people? Today we are back with a Wi-Fi battle. I haven't done these in probably about a month or two. Apologies, but like I said from my previous Wi-Fi battle, I'm having trouble right now with Citra. It just got updated, and I'm going to see about if I can, not update it, but they came out with a lot of stuff to, make it more, what's that word? Sufficient? They did a lot of things to make it more better, so I'm going to see about looking into that. That's also why I was stopping my Wi-Fi battles. I was just trying to wait for updates for the game to come out. Citra and software and stuff, and then potentially find a way to get over this, because I can't get my new battles uploaded on Citra. So I'm gonna look into the updates now and see what's going on. I doubt anyone cares because nobody really responded to me in my last Wi-Fi battle on helping me, so I don't know what's going on. Is Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon stale right now or boring? Because I don't see anyone uploading much about it. This game was pretty much died quickly, and it makes sense because I love this game. When it first was coming out, I was like so excited, but the thing is, this game wasn't anything I suspected. This game was just underwhelming, and it's just disappointing. There's not much new Pokemon, not much new to it at all, other than a little bit of a spin around with the stories. This game's boring. I'm going to admit that now. There isn't much going on, but I still enjoy Wi-Fi battling, and I still enjoy Pokemon in general. So I'm gonna upload what I can, and let's see into it. So this battle. Arcule is a cool dude for my streams. I don't see him anymore. I don't know. I haven't streamed in a while either. In about a month. I was thinking about buying me a Capture Card 3DS before I do. I'm having a lot of trouble with that. Capture Card 3Ss cost about $200 to $300, so yeah, I don't know about spending $300 on a Capture Card 3DS. So it's difficult for me right now to get some battles going on. Streams going on and battles. We will just see, because come on, $300 for a Capture Card 3DS? Fuck that. Okay. So anyways, let's get into the battle. Enough of my talking. So Yusuke, I'm gonna be leading off my Yusuke. This is the Trick Room team. The premise of this team is just to really use Stakataka, because it's a dope ass Pokemon. I really enjoy it. Actually, this was actually when the game first came out, when I first started streaming, when I made this team. I was just wanting to use Stakataka, and, I heard Trick Room teams were ruling the metagame a little bit in the beginning of Ultra Sun and Moon, so I made this team. This is my first time even using it too. I never really tested it, so we're going to see how I do with it, and how it works. But I am going to leave with Yusuke. That's a bit of a natural thing to do with Trick Room teams. You just lead off with Yusuke, set up Trick Room and Stealth Rocks, and you knock off stuff from there. But he is going to switch to his, no, he's going to burn me, then we'll switch out from his roam and do his toss effects, and this looked bad for me, because I can see what he's doing right here. He's trying to, weaken my Yusuke without even touching it, while also switching into his toss effects to set up, his hazards. And so once he's done with his toss effects, and setting up hazards, he will just, want to probably switch out and just finish off my Yusuke once it's low enough HP from the Will-O-Wisp. I thought that was his goal plan, but the truth is here, he's not going for his hazards, he's going for haze? A Yusuke doesn't have anything to help it set up, so I don't know what that was. It must have been a misclick, it had to be, so I don't know what that was. But he is now going to switch out from his toss effects, because I am a ground type, and I was predicting him to switch into his Rotom, but unfortunately I couldn't risk it. I wanted that toss effects off the field. I couldn't have the thought of him. Actually, well, the truth is, because of that misplay with Haze, I didn't know what type of player this guy was. So I was thinking, okay, so this guy must not know very much. I'm just gonna Earth Power this toss effects. He probably will make a other misclick potentially. I have no idea. But he switches out into his Dragonite, which was also a misplay, because Himbar Ice is super common on a Mega Camerupt. I don't know what he was thinking. Himbar Ice is very common on Camerupt. So I don't know. It was pretty famous in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire when it first came out. I have seen that every time on a Mega Camera, but he's for some reason switching into his Dragonite, into South Rocks, into a camera with potentially Hamper Ice most likely, instead of his Rotom, which completely counters the crap out of camera. Without this no. With this Rotom on the field in this game, my camera can't really do anything. But he is going to switch into it now, which is something he should have done in the first place, instead of switching into his Dragonite. I guess he's just got hasty and hoping that I didn't have Hamper Ice or even Will-O-Wisp or Ancient Power on my camera, when 3 of those options are most likely going to happen to you. But he is now going to switch to his Roam. I'm going to switch to my Yuski and set my Trick Room up again, because I have no reason to. My Yuski is pretty much done here, and on its last of its, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways, yes, Yuski is basically finished in this game. I'm just gonna set up Trick Room with it as much as I can, and I am gonna set it up and switch it to my Guzzlord. Now, allow my Guzzlord to get burned right here as he goes for Will-O-Wisp. I don't know if he just predicted that. I don't understand why you would think I would want to switch out from my Yuski into my Guzzlord, or even switch out from my Yuski in general, when basically I could have just stayed in and did whatever I wanted to with this thing. I don't understand why he did that. Because he doesn't know the full extent of my moveset on Yuski. For anything, I could have had Psychic or Knockoff. I don't have Knockoff on my Yuski. That was a mistake when I Gen'd it. Gen? Do you Gen now? Is that what people call it now when you like Gen Pokemon, or do you call it you PK Hex Pokemon? Because Genning is no longer a thing. That's like 5th gen. So people would just use PK Hex now. So I don't know what people call it now. But when I PK Hex my Yuski, I basically I forgot to give it Knockoff. I didn't give it Knockoff. I was pretty arrogant and not very familiar with, you know, some of the standard moves, yes, on Yuski and Trick Room teams and stuff, because I'm not running most stuff that you would see too often. It's a bit of a creation of what I just thought would work. When it comes to Pokemon, I'm not try-hardish. I just use whatever. But that was a mistake. I didn't put Knockoff on my Yuski, and because of that, I'm gonna suffer a little, because I went for Knockoff on my Guzzler right there, because I want to get rid of this thing's leftovers and weaken it from my camera in case he wants to switch out of it and stuff. This Toxapex. I mean this Rotom. The reason why I knock off that Rotom twice was because I was predicting his Toxapex to come in. That thing is a bit of a pain in my ass, because he can't lose that Rotom. He cannot lose it. If he loses that Rotom, my camera is gonna start going up in that ass. That's a weird way of saying it, but yes, that is what's going to happen if he lets that thing die. And he let the Rotom die, which is something he should have not have done. I don't understand why he did it. I did have Dracomir on my Guzzler right there. I want to use Guzzler. Guzzler is probably the only Ultra Beast I have never used in 7th gen at all. So I wanted to use it in this Trick Room team. I thought it would be a perfect opportunity. But I did have Dracomir on my Guzzler. I could have went for it on the Toxapex. I mean on the Rotom, but I didn't want to have him switch. I don't know why I didn't. I didn't want to have him live with a little bit of a sliver of HP and then just pain split off the damage, and then I wouldn't be able to really touch him. I thought sludge waving him over and over again would just be a more sufficient way of killing it, because I can just potentially get a poison or whatever. But that isn't what happened. He allowed his Rotom to die. I don't know. I was predicting anything but letting his Rotom die, but he let it die. I'm gonna switch it to my Yuski now after my Guzzlord and his Rotom die. So in my Trick Room, he goes for Hidden Power with his Tapu Lele, predicting me to switch out into something, I guess. And then he's gonna switch into his Venusaur, and then I'm going to just let my Yuski die basically. And then I'm going to do, actually no, I don't think I let it die. I went for U-turn, I think, just now. I'm gonna switch into my Camerupt, Mega Evolve, and go for the Earth Power. I went for the Earth Power, tried to think that he would switch into, I don't know, I thought he would switch in and out from his Toxapex into some other stuff, waiting for the Trick Room to end and stall me out. But he actually stays in with his Mega Venusaur, the Firewall, and I don't understand why he's staying in, because this thing will not firewall me, boy. I'm about to blow your ass away with this magma. Yes, boy. I should actually nickname my camera. I don't know. What's that? The M on its forehead? I should have named it Majin Rupt. Is that corny? I don't know. No, whatever. Anyways, he is going to switch out of his Mega Venusaur. I switched my moves right there. I went for Earth Power, then went for Fire Blast. Fire Blast was doing more damage, and now he thinks that I'm going to keep spamming Fire Blast, but I'm smarter than that. I went for Earth Power just right at this moment to because I'm smart enough not to go for Fire Blast over and over again. It's not the move. It doesn't have the lowest of accuracy, but it's unreliable in some situations. So I'm not going to keep spamming a move that has a chance to miss. I want to keep consistent damage on something. So I ain't going to go for the Earth Power. He switched into his Toxapex thinking I was going to keep spamming Fire Blast. That was a mistake on his part. And now what's going to happen here is that Toxapex is going to die. Trick Room is now going to end. That was a good move on his part. But I was definitely not going to do that. I knew the Trick Room was going to end that turn. I knew he was going to potentially switch into that Toxapex. That was a great opportunity to do it. But obviously that was obvious. And because of that, I killed that thing. By going for the Earth Power. And there's no way in hell that thing was going to live. And now I'm going to do is sack my Yusuke to this Tapu Lele. This thing is most likely choice. It has to be choice. Because he went for Hidden Power on my Yusuke when he had no reason to. So if this thing was not Choice Scarf, or Choice at all, he would have just gone for Moonblast against my Yusuke and killing it the first time. But he allowed it to live, and because that happened, I'm going to sack it in that opportunity and then switch into my Stakataka, star of the show. And now I'm going to do is set my Trick Room. Now it's over. This battle truly is done. So, it is done. It's goodbye. Because he allowed his Roam to die. He allowed his Toxapex to die. It's just game over. He can't win now. That's just such a ballsy and just silly move to switch it to that Toxapex and then allowing his Roam to die. So, without those defenses, it's basically over. He has nothing walling me and my Stakataka from blowing his team back. I do have a second Stakataka that actually has a lonely nature with low IVs and defense to get attack boosts from Beast Boost. But unfortunately, I'm not using it in this battle. I'm actually using just a standard Brave set with 0 at speed IVs. Max attack EVs. And truth is, this actually works. This defense boosting Stakataka, because actually you can actually live earthquakes easily. You should see it, man. I went for an earthquake with my extra drill against this damn thing, but when it had 3 beast boosts in defense, and I could not touch it. But right here, it's basically a clean sweep. He allowed his Roam and Toxapex to die, so now I'm just gonna be able to win this easy peasy. So this is going to be the game, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll be back. This was actually my final and last battle on the Citra. So I have to get my new videos in, or else I can't upload any of these Wi-Fi battles anymore. So I won't see you guys probably for a long time with the Wi-Fi battle, but we'll see. Until then, see ya.